Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Logic Medico. Today's topic for presentation is Phonosurgery, the surgery of the larynx. So if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel and press the bell button to get the latest notification of the videos. So let's start with this. So what is this phonosurgery, also called as phonomicrosurgery? It encompasses a variety of operations that has the primary goal of improving the voice quality of the patient. These are elective operations, means they are planned procedures that involve precision microsurgical removal of benign vocal cord pathology, meaning if there is any abnormality in the vocal cord, that has to be removed first up, and more often than not from the subepithelial space of the vocal fold. Maintenance of a good acoustic and visual records is important in order to make an objective assessment of modifications produced by the surgery. So first one is thyroplasty. So according to the definition, it's a phonosurgical technique designed to improve the voice by altering the thyroid cartilage of the larynx, thereby changing the position or the length of the vocal cord. Ishiki has classified this thyroplasty into 4 varieties: the type 1, type 2, type 3 and type 4. Type 1 is medialization laryngoplasty, in which the vocal cord will be brought towards the midline. It is called medialization procedure. Type 2 is called lateralization laryngoplasty, in which the vocal cord is brought laterally because it is already in adducted position. Type 3 is shortening of the vocal cord. This is done because the vocal cord is very much laxed or loose, so there is a shortening of the vocal cord which is done. Type 4 is lengthening of the vocal fold. This is done when there is stiffness in the vocal cord or tightness in the vocal cord. You have to lengthen the vocal cord. The general goal of this is to improve the phonatory glottic closure by altering the vocal fold position. So let's see the various types in this. The first type is type 1 thyroplasty, which is also called as medialization. The indication for this is unilateral vocal fold paralysis. The patient usually complains of breathy dysphonia, vocal fatigue, aspiration of fluids. The position of the paralyzed vocal fold will be there median to the lateralized, height slightly above to the contralateral vocal fold. Techniques done is injection technique, wherein there is a material which is being injected to bring the vocal folds more medially. That material can be autologous fat, meaning patient's own fat. It is taken from the upper and medial surface of the thigh. Teflon material or a gel foam. All these, any one of these material can be insufflated into the vocal fold, bringing the vocal fold towards the midline. Using stylistic process or Gorotics is now recently done procedures, wherein a prosthetic material is used or a Gorotics is insufflated so that with minimal complications. Coming to the type 2 laryngoplasty or lateralization of the vocal cord. This is done whenever there is bilateral vocal cord paralysis or vocal fold paralysis. Treatment option for this bilateral vocal fold paralysis is posterior transverse cordotomy. It means the vocal cord on the posterior aspect is being cut. Medial arytenoidectomy means the medial aspect of the arytenoid is being removed, or totally it is removed. Only the medial aspect can be removed, totally it is removed. Ultimately what happens? The vocal cord is shifted laterally. So that is called lateralization of the vocal fold, also called as type 2 laryngoplasty. Now recently endoscopic surgeries are tried, endoscopic suture lateralization. If temporary treatment is needed, then the endoscopic suture lateralization is done. Open arytenoidectomy if this endoscopy fails. So ultimately what happens in bilateral vocal cord paralysis, there will be adduction of both the vocal cords. The person will have difficulty in breathing as well, in addition to speech production. So in this, the vocal folds are lateralized by any one of these procedures. That is called as lateralization of the vocal cord or type 2 laryngoplasty. Come to the details of this type 2 laryngoplasty or lateralization. Posterior transverse chordotomy. Incision is started just anterior to the vocal process. Be careful not to expose the entire cartilage to avoid granulation tissue postoperatively. The extension of chordotomy is done once the entire vocal fold is separated from the vocal process. The chordotomy is extended into the false vocal tissue as well. Frequently, a branch of superior laryngeal artery is encountered and the bleeding can occur, from which suction on bipolar laryngeal cautery is used. That is from preventing the bleeding, excessive bleeding, the superior laryngeal artery is being cauterized. Further, a complete chordotomy extended laterally means more outwards like this, 3 to 4 millimeter into the vocal fold tissue. Residual vocal folds will retract anteriorly and appear shortened. This is the actual procedure. Topical mitomycin C is placed 0.4 mg per ml via soak pledget for 5 minutes. Extralaryngeal suture lateralization based on the technique of Lichtenberg. It is a temporary measure for airway improvement in early bilateral vocal cord paralysis. So, indicated in early bilateral vocal cord paralysis cases with uncertain prognosis for recovery. Extralaryngeal needle carrier device is loaded with 20-proline suture. Under microscopic visualization, needle is positioned below the posterior vocal fold at the point just anterior to the vocal process. You can see in this picture, it is below the actual vocal folds at the point just anterior to the vocal process. This is the procedure detail. Needle pushed through the larynx until the tip of the needle appears externally through the skin of the neck and temporarily secured with the clamp like this. The same initial suture is now placed above the vocal fold through the ventricle at the region of vocal process. Now you can see in the ventricle of the larynx, the second suture is placed. Same lateralization suture placed in similar fashion 1 to 2 mm anterior to the first suture. You can see now there are two sutures here. Traction placed on the two sutures to create lateralization. You can see now it's being lateralized. You can actually see the tracheal rings. And expansion of static airway dimension. The person is able to breathe well now. A 2 cm horizontal incision given on the neck. Sutures pulled deep to the skin incision. Two ends then tied with a surgeon's knot over the sternohyoid muscle using a silicone button as an anchoring point. This is placed over outside the neck. It's going to come and it's been stitched over there. The silicone button is used as an anchoring point over there. Coming to the type 3 thyroplasty, also called as shortening of the vocal fold procedure. Indication in case of female to male transsexuals, so that the high pitched female voice is now converted to low pitched male voice. So from the transsexuals who want male pattern of voice, they will undergo this procedure. It is called type 3 thyroplasty or shortening procedure. The procedure involves bilateral vertical cuts made at the junction of anterior 1/3 and posterior 2/3 of the thyroid cartilage. You can see that vertical cuts are made. Here also you can see a 2 to 4 mm wide vertical strips of the cartilage is resected in such a way the both thyroid lamina reapproximated and fixed with the titanium mini plates. These portions are sliced and they are removed, okay, and then the remaining portion will be tightened or stitched back with the help of titanium mini plates. Therefore, what happens on the interior? The anterior-posterior length of the vocal cord will reduced. So the anterior-posterior distance of the glottis and releases tightened vocal folds. Okay. So this shortens the entire vocal cord. So now the person will get male pattern of voice. So this is done in transsexual individuals who want to change their voice from female to male. It's called a shortening of the vocal folds or type 3 thyroplasty. Next one is type 4 laryngoplasty or lengthening of vocal fold. This is done again in transsexual who want to convert their voice, in this case from male to female. So they want to convert the low pitch voice into high pitch voice. The procedure is after vertical cutting, a 4 mm wide silicone strip is inserted between the two divided lamina. So vertically they are cut sliced. Then one silicone strip will be inserted into that area like this. This side you can see. Here they are still cutting. Later they will insert on this side also. And sutured with 4-0 nylon or by placing mini plates so that expansion of the external ala is maintained. That is the thyroid ala. Now you're actually causing the thyroid cartilage to become bigger because you're just cutting here and you're inserting one extra silicone strip so that now the thyroid cartilage becomes big. So this person will now have a high pitch voice because the length of the vocal cord is being increased. So this is done in transsexual again who wants female pattern of voice. So just slicing the, you're not removing any part of the thyroid cartilage here, please note. Just slicing this area and inserting one silicone strip so that the length of the vocal cord is increased. So this is done whenever they want high pitch voice. So hope you like this video. Share this video with your family and friends, and don't forget to press the thumbs up button. Just like this video. Kindly subscribe to my channel and recommend this to be subscribed by your other friends, and press the bell button to get the latest notification of the videos. Thank you once again.